Test. I don't know why would you want to hide something in your own bag, but if you want to, that's the option which the bag gives. Things are to be used and people are to be loved, you remember? Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sopho and I'm planning to film for you my entire handbag collection video right now. First of all, thanks for coming to this channel, clicking this video, and I would really appreciate if you would subscribe and like the video if you like what you see. I post once in a week, most of the time vlog type of content, and sometimes 2 times a week when I find an inspiration as well as time to edit and film the videos for you. Handbags are one of my obsessions. I have acquired a few bits of them. I will put a snippet how they are like arranged next to me on the floor at the moment. It is still relatively moderate collection in comparison to other YouTubers out there, but I'm very proud of it. I also want to put hereby a disclaimer, and not because I feel like that I have to defend myself. There is nothing I have to apologize for. This is something which I enjoy buying and carrying. I always say those are not like investment items in a sense for me, because I don't buy them and put them in the shelf just to look pretty, but I really genuinely use them every single day and enjoy wearing those. So you will see as well on some of those the wear and tear, which is pretty normal, and I don't take it tragic. Of course I take care of those items and not a big effort goes into the care. But yeah, they are in pretty good condition, even though some of them are already a few years old. Also, I wanted to hereby say that yeah, I think I've already mentioned that I earned money for those bags on my own. I don't come from a rich family by any means, vice versa. If anything, I come from a relatively poor family where the biggest luxury was to get the education and a meal on our table, and our parents did the best job ever to provide for us, to give us the education and the love, and I think that's the most what counts in life. But I've always, being a small girl, aspired to those fashion items and had one red notebook. I don't have it with me right now, it's in Georgia, where I would cut out the magazine covers of the people wearing the beautiful handbags and shoes, and would glue those in the notebook, and I always dreamed of having those one day. Basically, to start chronologically, I don't remember exactly, but I think the first ever handbag I bought was first ever handbag I bought was this Speedy B. It's in the BB size, I think. It's from Louis Vuitton, and I bought it from the store itself. I think so many people have this bag out there, so it is pretty famous. It's an iconic small version of the carry-on, which people use for travels as well as sport, and I think this size was created first for Audrey Hepburn. Most of the people tend to put this bag once they buy out under the direct sun, and then it gets the golden patina without the water stains or the hand oils mixing with it, and then it has this continuously similar color over the handle. Second handbag which I want to show you is my Lady Dior handbag in size, I think the size is large. I'm not really sure, I don't remember anymore. It has the patent leather and the Dior embossed on the surface. Don't know if the camera can take it, but yeah, it has this charm bit with Dior over, and says Christian Dior Paris behind. What I really dislike about the bag is this opening, because it is very difficult to find something inside. The newer models have now the magnetic clasp, which is a lot more handy than this here. Every tiny detail on those bags are made with so much attention. Even the zip closure has Christian Dior all over it, and every screw, as well as here the tiny bit says Christian Dior. Inside it has satin finish, and this is one of the limited collection ones. It comes with a shoulder strap. This is relatively shorter strap, but it fits very good to my petite size. I don't know how it looks on the taller girls, but I really enjoy the length of it. You can attach it very easily, has very good attaching mechanism as well. You just press on it and that's it, done. I use this handbag a lot less than I would love to. Actually, I really wish I had this in a very small version, in a leather, like some soft pink or nude color. I adore those. I don't even know why I decided to get it in this big size, and the patent leather is not really mine. I've realized this after having 2 patent handbags, that it looks very dressy for me and very formal. And yeah, I think the next handbag which I got was my first ever Chanel handbag, and it was the classic flap, the double flap one. Let me get it. This is the handbag I'm talking about. This is their most classic handbag which they have in their collection, and which is continuously in their collection. I think everyone knows this bag, so I'm not gonna talk a lot about it. It has this back pocket where you can keep the receipts, as well as travel ticket, parking ticket. And why they call it double flap is that when you open, you have this double closure, and this one can be clasped over here, which no one really does, including me. And here's this zip pocket where the love letters were kept by Coco Chanel, or so they say. And then you can put as well some things here until very back when you want to hide something. I don't know why would you want to hide something in your own bag, but if you want to, that's the option which the bag gives. And then you can see the Chanel logo, CC logo, Chanel over here. And then it has 2 compartments, and let me show you. And then here is the lipstick holder, and the main compartment. Here is as well another pocket in the front, and it is a full leather handbag, and I would say one of the most expensive bags Chanel has, so to say. It is in the lambskin finish. There is as well a heavier one. Do I regret getting the lambskin, which is so soft? To be very honest, no, I don't regret lambskin, because I have another lambskin Chanel handbag, but what I regret is not looking very detailed at it while getting it. I got this from the Frankfurt Chanel store, and this was my very first time that I arrived there. I was so overwhelmed. I've collected for this handbag I think over 6 months. I was having my stipendium when studying at the university, so it was more than enough for me to live. And as I wanted to buy this handbag, I thought, okay, I can train my German while working at the supermarket, which was very close by to my home, and I will get an additional money which I can put aside to collect for this one. And back then this handbag costed I think 3,500. Right now it hits up to 5,000 euro. So if I were to sell this after this much usage, which I won't, because it's like, oh, reminds me of all those memories of me collecting money and dreaming to have this handbag. And it's still one of my most favorite handbag, even though a lot of people say it looks like an old lady bag. Yeah, so I got it, but when I was in the store and the lady gave this to me, I was so overwhelmed. I really did not look at it, and I think it already had small, like, can it focus over here? Don't know if you can see, but at the edges it shows some wear. So I think it's because it was like this when she gave me. There are so many people who come to the store and try it, and sometimes they have stock in the back room which have been touched and tried on by so many people, and it already has some type of wear. So I think my recommendation would be that I've really learned this throughout buying all those handbags, that you don't have to be shy. You're paying for this. It's normal to ask for another one, and if they don't have it, maybe rather wait before they get it. It still looks in such a good condition, in my opinion. Just this tiny bits, like here you could see tiny bit of wear, and on the corners, as I said. here. But things are to be used and people are to be loved, you remember? So I'm using this very often, and I would love to have another one with a gold hardware and some other color, blue or brown or white. That would be as well gorgeous. Yeah, I would give a try to the caviar leather as well if I had an opportunity. Lost now the track which one was the next handbag, but it doesn't really matter. Another handbag which I want to show you is this Louis Vuitton Alma BB, and it is very beautiful handbag. I've used this tons. It is in patent leather finish as well. Costs slightly more, but it looked more appealing to me, so this is what I went for. We have got this in Basel. We lived still in Freiburg. I was still a student, and I remember that we went there to get this, and I was so excited. You can see the Louis Vuittons embossed in it. It has such one compartment opening, and the lining is of, I don't know, canvas material, but it is not dirty after this much usage. It looks tiny. It is BB size as well. It looks tiny, but it fits more than you could imagine. It fits everything I need to carry day to day, and I use this handbag as well when it's raining outside because of the finish. It doesn't get stained. It has top handle, which I love. Here I have some charm hanging, which is from La Durée. Yeah, I remember that I got this when we were in Paris as well. Yes, it just preps it up a bit. And it comes with a strap, but this shoulder strap is very long for me, and when I hang it on I can only use it as a crossbody, and because of the form of this handbag, that it gets wide down here and it has 4 feet and the top handles, I don't really like to use this as a crossbody handbag. So to be very honest, I can count on my fingers how many times I've used that shoulder. The next handbag which I want to show you is this Celine luggage. It is as well in a nano size, I think the smallest one they ever had. This was so popular a few years ago. Everyone on this earth, every celebrity wore it. But this is not why I got excited for this handbag, but rather because when we lived in Freiburg, I saw this handbag in one of the stores, local stores, and I just could not stop thinking about it. I wanted it so badly, but I did not have money for it back then, and it was the only one which they had, and everywhere I searched this size was sold out. I knew that it's very practical because I've watched tons of YouTube videos out there, and I knew that everyone was very satisfied who have paid money for this handbag. And Falco arranged it like this, that on my birthday, where he could not be present himself, he bought this handbag for me and asked my friends to wrap it beautifully so that I would not expect it. And this handbag comes as well similarly with a shoulder strap. You can see the details here. It says Celine. It is full leather, but it is very long once again, and I prefer to use this as a top handle. This is just decorative. Pockets, you can't really put anything, maybe some USB, but that's it. And it just has a big opening and a pocket here where I always keep the bag documentation inside. I don't like to separate them and keep in the boxes in case I need it. So it is extremely cute and very user-friendly. Another handbag which I want to show you is this Gucci Sopho Disco bag. This one I bought as well from the store. It's this mustardy color, has more soft finish on the leather, but it's scratch resistant, which is very good. Has logo in the front, it's very plain in the back, has tassel bits and closes with a zip. Now that it's empty, it's a bit difficult to close, but generally the zipper is very smooth. It has some canvas type of material inside. It has pocket and another pocket from on the other side. Has of course the tag which says Gucci and made in Italy. Comes with all the documentation as well as small leather test bit. It's very interesting. The Gucci handbags come with such yeah, material tests. Probably this is for the cases if you stain your handbag and you want to use some removers. You don't want to directly test on your expensive handbags, and such small bits are always very useful to have in such cases. You will see what reaction it leads. I can say that I've used this handbag a lot less than I would love to. I don't know exactly what was the cause, maybe the style, maybe the color. But I think one thing which really annoyed me in the beginning was the length of the strap. It was so long, it was hanging below my hip area, and I generally tend to love handbags which are very close to my chest and stomach. And after a lot of thinking, I decided that I would add holes to it. I know that a lot of people will say I was crazy to risk adding holes on my own to such expensive item. I just brought it to normal cobbler and asked them to add some more holes, and now it is a lot shorter on my body. Now, another handbag which I want to show you is my Celine classic box. Is this how it is called? Celine box bag in smaller size. I love this bag so much. I love it so much so that I wish I had second one. There are so many beautiful colors, and this is, I think, the only style which Celine has kept in its collection after their creative director Fendi has been has resigned from the brand. I think it sells off very well. It's very minimal. When you're wearing this handbag, no one really knows that you're wearing a designer handbag unless they know about this particular bag or generally are into designer handbags. It opens with such clasp. Wait, let me show you. Just opens like that, and then on this opener here itself, on the stone, it says Celine. Above here as well, Celine Paris, and then it has such accordion type of opening. It looks bigger on the camera, but it is tiny, I have to tell. I bought it from Celine shop itself. It has as well here the zip opening. It is full leather handbag, pretty expensive out there on the market. It is in the box leather. The box leather is so sensitive. A lot of people complain about the Chanel lambskin bags, but forget it. I think Chanel lambskin leather is a lot more resistant than the box leather, because this one gets scratched super easily. Let me show you. Here you can see how scratched it is, and this just happened after one time of using it with my jacket, which had a zip, and I was wearing this handbag crossbody like so it was probably rubbing while I was walking, and I was really disappointed to find out, because this handbag was like not even a month old, and then you see such big scratched out area. What I like about this strap is that it is as well adjustable on 3 lengths. Right now I have in the middle one, which fits to my body size very well. You can prolong it as well. I won't start doing that right now because it is so complicated and time consuming, but you can as well shorten it to such length, like very short, when you want to carry it in the evening. So this is one adorable handbag, and I would definitely repurchase it. Actually, I want to purchase another one. I don't know when, but here we go. The next handbag which I want to show you is this boy bag from Chanel. It is gray color, has the gunmetal hardware, and has the chevron quilt. It is in the calf leather finish, which is slightly more robust than the lambskin, but not as robust as the caviar one. It has as well such one compartment with the pocket behind, with the pocket bit in behind. It doesn't have feet on the bottom, I just noticed, but it has this bit edgy bits coming out, which makes it easy to stabilize it on the table. It looks brand new. I've used it tons. It is very convenient to use on the shoulder as well as a crossbody. As a crossbody, it's slightly longer on me than I love. So most of the times I'm either using like this, holding in the hand, or on my shoulder. The next handbag which I want to show you is this Fendi baguette ones. I have bought this pre-loved from Vestia Collective. I was contemplating if I should buy from a second-hand store. Nothing against the people who willingly buy some lookalikes, but if I'm paying the price tag of the real one, I want it to be real. This comes in the velvet finish, and as you can see, it's super squishy and hence fits very lot inside. You can put very lot of things once you try to fill it up. It has as well the zipper closure inside, and I don't know how to show you, but such satin finish which says Fendi inside. Hereby is the logo which says made in Italy. This is a very cute handbag, and I wanted to get it once such shoulder bags became super popular once again last year, and everyone started to carry around their old vintage Prada and Fendi baguettes. To be very honest, I wanted to get the one with logos all over it, but they were sold out everywhere, so I thought this one in this chocolate dark brown could be very useful as well. As you can see, it has such buckle which you can undo on the both sides and attach some longer strap if you want to, but the original strap is exactly this length, and as you can see, it says Fendi, and on the another side it says Fendi as well. My next handbag which I wanted to show you, this is the Chanel mini flap. In the mini range they have the square option and the rectangular one. The rectangular one has longer chain strap. This is their classic chain intertwined with the leather, and of course I chose the shorter version, being small, short myself. I bought this handbag when we were in Paris for our anniversary, and thus it holds a very special place in my heart. I don't think I will ever get rid of it because of that reason, and as well because I've used this handbag day in and day out. I could say even that I've used this most of all my handbags. I also like that their metal hardwares are so scratch resistant, you don't really see any use on it. So basically one of my most used and loved bags. I think I will say this about every single one of them, but I think the Chanel ones still hold a very special place in my heart. The next handbag I want to show you is this Cult Gaia. Yes, Cult Gaia summer handbag. As you can see, it's a see-through. It doesn't have anything inside, any pouch. I know that a lot of such summer straw bags come with a pouch inside so that you can hide the items you put inside, but I like it this way as well. It's of course made out of acrylic pieces. Don't know how to explain it else. In summer I use this very lot too. I tend to use this way as well, just holding it under, or just hold like that. A lot of people don't find such handles very convenient because of course you cannot put your hand through, even if I have very thin arms, but it's not intended for that purpose. I still like it. Also, I have two handbags which are non-designer in my collection, and this one is as well another summer bag. Just opens up like that, and it is from Zara. You definitely see the quality being not so good in comparison to the other ones, because I had to cut many times different straw bits which came off, and of course it has scratches on the exterior, but I don't think that really matters. When you wear it, it's very cute. It has this pearly bits on the top, and you just can put on your crook of your arm, and it comes as well with strap which is directly attached and you can hide inside, but if you want you can put it out and then wear it as a shoulder bag. I think I've worn this pretty lot when we were in Venice, and yeah, I say that it has paid off its price tag. I think it was 40 euro or something like that. I still keep it in my collection in case next year I want to wear it. Now the handbag which I have here and is not a designer piece is this so-called lunch box. It is basically a see-through evening bag, comes with such golden chain, and I use this only on evening date nights. This one is still here, means that I'm keeping hope that this one will get more use in coming year. Dior saddlebag. Everyone knows this handbag who has watched Sex and the City. This was such a big hit in 90s, and then Dior has put it in its archive and was not in their collection, and recently 2 years ago in 2018 I think they brought it out, the renewed model, and everyone went crazy over it all over again, including me. Especially when they had this pastel collection from the cruise collection, I totally went crazy for it and started to search for it. This was the only one left in Germany, in Frankfurt, and we still lived in Bonn that time, and I could not just wait. So we went there and decided to get this one. This is the smallest one. To be very honest, it doesn't fit anything. It's just a very decorative piece, evening bag, just lovely to look at. Has this kidney shape, and you see here has magnetic closure, which is very convenient, which was not the case before. Has suede finish inside, but because of its shape and the opening being so tiny, only things you can put inside is maybe the card holder and the lipstick. You can't even add the coin purse, so you just have to choose what you put inside. I could pick the larger size. It was not because of the price that I chose this one, but I tried on the larger one and I was not really impressed how it looked on me. This one was not that cheap at all. Costed I think 2,300 euro, I'm not really sure anymore. And when I told the sales associate to pack it for me, Falco was kind enough to tell the sales associate to pack for me the guitar strap with it, which is sold separately. I know it is crazy that they separate the shoulder strap from the handbag, but the original one as well came with only with the handbag itself. And the shoulder strap, let me show you, is a piece of art. It is just fully embroidered and then has this metal bits, and inside as well is fully embroidered, says Christian Dior. It's super heavy, of course every tiny bit has Dior details on it, and here is the leather bits. It is gorgeous, but this one separately costs 900 euro. It's insane. So this bag became super expensive, bearing in mind that nothing fits in it. I use it most of the time like that, especially in the evenings when we go somewhere. I find it very girly, very cute. The color is as well very beautiful pastel pink. There are some type of pinks which I don't like, so I'm very glad to have it. This is it for my collection at the very moment. Thank you dearly for taking your time to watch this long video. It became a lot longer than I expected initially it would be. Let me know if there is anything you wouldn't want to know additionally, or if you want to see one or another handbag in more in-depth review, how it looks on the body, more close-ups, as well as what fits inside. I would be glad to do it for you. It always helps me, at least when I'm thinking and considering to buy one or another bag, that I watch all such videos out there on YouTube, and being petite, you will as well get a reference point how it looks on a smaller body size. Most of the girls out there on YouTube, at least whoever I'm subscribed to, are relatively normal human body size, and I have to always calculate, okay, that's how it's gonna be on me. So I think it could be quite handy if you are looking into purchasing one or another of those. As for the next handbags. I have many handbags in my wish list. Let's see when they will be realistic for me to buy, but when I do, I of course will unbox it together with you and share the journey, maybe even purchase journey. You have already seen in one of my first vlogs that I've already registered my wish list for the Hermes Kelly bag, and I cannot really wait when I will get the call and be told that I can pick up my bag. Let's see. Meanwhile, once again, thank you, and hopefully I'll see you back on this channel. Until then, have a great weekend, have a great week, stay at home, stay safe, appreciate the time with your loved ones, your pets, your family members, and make the best out of this period.